Broadcasting live from Herndon, Virginia, this is Speedgaming Live 2023. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Bob Tasik. Joining me today on commentary is Epipoliticus. Epipoliticus, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Bob. How about you?
Excellent.
What do you think of this race coming up?
Well, this is the last of our quarterfinal races here at the for the Link to the Past randomizer tournament. We have Ninjembro versus Skele. And that's going to be the last two runners running this. The other race currently going on between Megawatt and Gem over on Speedgaming 1.
Yeah.
So both of those should be finalized tonight, and you'll have your semifinals lined up.
Yep. You can have them with breakfast.
Yep.
But yeah, our two runners here are going to be underway shortly. We've got Ninjembro and Skele, or Skelebro, as I've seen referred to, probably in challenge. These two played in our play-in race last night. Ninjembro was playing for first place in his group and won it. Skelebro was playing for the second place spot in his group. But I want to say they were the top two placements out of that play-in race. So we're seeing the ones who wanted it the most to make sure they got to keep going. So it should be a great race here. We got a nice wholesome high mom from Skele.
Wonderful.
Seems on character. I know he's been a kind of popular guy this weekend.
I love it.
And Ninjembro, just reminding you who's running over here.
Yeah. It's Gem, right?
No. Different people. All right. Receiving the signal. 3, 2, 1. We're underway.
All right.
If you've been
Welcome
watching
to Stoops Lonks.
You've been watching with us, you know the mode already. We've got this casual boot start and just a slightly modified item pool. The rest of the swords will be placed, but once you get to tempered, the other ones converted into rupees for you. Early map check looks like crystals on desert and eastern, and green pendant at Tower Para. Depending on how these early items shake out, that could be an early play, a Hera into eastern, trying to drop it off for Saha. But we're limited to temper sword, blue mail. I think there's one shield, but nobody cares.
Half magic is gone.
Half magic is gone. 2 bottles, they're empty. So you see folks throwing them into the waterfall, wishing a lot. Other than that, I feel like rupees have been tight, but that's not a matter of the mode, just a circumstance.
And then the heart pieces, heart distribution is a little different. You're going to have 3 full hearts. Yeah, one of which is the Saint heart, and then some number of heart pieces, but it caps out at 14.
Right. Yeah, someone remarked earlier that every time you hear someone in comments, that number seems to go up.
This is why I said some number
right.
and not an actual number.
It's some number bigger than whatever the last number is that you heard.
Yeah. It's like the number of R's in Argus. It keeps going up.
Oh. All right, so we've got Ninjembro already a bit ahead here, pulling a single rupee and getting that key on the way to the door. Nice pattern here from both of them to try to minimize the amount of movement they need, especially on those short distances where the boots would actually cost them time. When you're dashing, you kind of just want to stop at the right spot. And hopefully you start at the right one, too.
Am I hearing Oracle of Ages or Seasons or something like that?
For the MSU, I'm not totally sure. I'll admit it's
or maybe it's like the Oracle pack, like I put 2 of them together. That is an ice rod.
Yeah, well, there in the world it is.
There in the world is the godforsaken ice rod. It is literally right there. Not going to have a big old hunt for that one.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a little sigh of relief, but it doesn't mean there won't be some item at the end.
I mean,
we often find our medallions in that world.
Every item can be an ice rod if it wants to be hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh, Skele with the ice rod strats. Actually, a little faster here.
Yeah, it was able to gain some time. That's really quite excellent.
Wow. Just the heads-up play.
Yeah. I've been loving that this weekend, especially like even just putting the boots to work in unique ways. But whatever kit you get in this escape, you want that advantage because you know you both, at least for a little bit, are doing the exact same thing. So you got to find your edge.
I thought you started with an edge.
Well, a sword.
Yeah.
But like an epee, it doesn't really have an edge. It's got a point.
Fair.
If you can see mine.
I do.
Yeah, so Skele now still just about half the room, second or so ahead. Off of some cool strats.
Yeah, both of these runners have done this escape sequence more times than I'm sure they care to count.
Yeah.
What I hear from people is with the boots, you kind of hope to get about a 5.10 or something coming out of escape. I mean, good runners hope for that. I hope for about a 5.5.
Well, we've even seen some really just exceptional escape sequences too. I think even in the gem race, he was out in 5 flat. So
Nice.
as we get into this bracket stage, again, looking for every edge, wanting to optimize every line, getting everything done just so. One of our big contentious spots is this key rat coming up. We'll see. They're going to want to dash over to the left and get this rat before it has a chance to go upward, because that's just extra movement. It'll be right after this sewer sequence.
So now, for those of you who don't know, the boots do take a whopping 30 frames to charge up before you can actually start moving. So it turns out that you want to have at least, I believe it's 4.5 tiles of movement with the boots before it does any before there's any gain.
Right. And so for short distances, it's just easier to walk. You're actually going faster. If you're wondering what the noise is, Dr. Bob's trying to find out for you.
Because I was looking this way when the chests were being opened.
Yep.
'Cause I'm a dumb. Got it. Oh, this is just like the Game Boy.
Oh, yeah. This is good old
In
waking
general.
up on Koholint.
I guess, yeah. There was Oracle of Ages in there. I think it was Ages. It might be Seasons. I don't know. But it's the Game Boy pack. So it's just got a whole bunch of things from the Game Boys. Oh, a book apparently was in there. And we've got a hammer.
Oh, you know we didn't shout out our tracker, did we?
Now,
We've got Link Force helping us out here, keeping the icons lit when we get the stuff, so thank you to her.
Yep. Doing quite well.
Arrows off the tree here. And very upset. We're going to forgo that little bit of magic.
Oh, there we go. There's a moon curl.
Meanwhile, the Ninjembro going to have not checked this Aga, or the lumberjack here. Willing to just go get it later if he thinks it's necessary, but we saw 3 bombs, and so we know it's not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, how about that?
That's
well,
Dark World
yeah.
access. We've got the hammer, the
624.
pearl, and the glove.
Yeah.
Wow. So I don't want to jinx it, but maybe, just maybe, the randomizer wants us to be able to go to bed soon.
It just might be true. We'll see what else ends up shaking out here, though, because there's still plenty of items we don't even know if we need yet.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, so I guess off of that, there was something that happened around the Sank play, or like exit, that swapped these two in their order, but now Ninjembro, having skipped the lumberjack check, more or less appears to be very far ahead.
I mean,
Skele
very
now
far
going for
relative.
the pet check too. He's getting information where Ninjembro is making checks, and basically because we found nothing of too much import, these checks feel more like time loss at this point.
Now the check on the pedestal there, basically that gives you a little bit of knowledge that you're not going to need what's there, so it kind of gives you a little more incentive to avoid those pendant dungeons if
That's
you
true,
didn't
too.
already have
Yeah.
that incentive to begin with.
Yeah, it could come to pass that Ninjembro later feels as though, oh, well, the play must be pedestal, and that'll be a thought process Skele simply won't have. And so that would be a way that even this negative case for Skele turns out to be beneficial. There's a shield. And nice fill up for Skele there.
50 rupees
Skele did
from
well
the...
before.
bottom
Oh, it made sense with its entry because he made the pen check, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken Hut.
Did you just say he did the well before pod?
Hut.
Oh, hut.
But he
Hey.
has seemed to have done the well before pod. Unless I
That
missed
is
something.
true. He has done the well before pod. Congratulations. I'm just like, apparently I'm related to my dad who is losing his hearing, so that's fun.
Oh, there you go. Hey, nice vanilla bottle.
Didn't we have that the last race we commentated?
Did we? I'll be honest, it's been a blur of a week.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It was either that or the other race I commentated.
Yeah, 50% off or nothing from the bottle bidder there.
Mm-hmm.
Good to check out the House of Books, as it were. See the no, not Venom. What am I saying? Forgive my flavors. Seeing a heart piece there and ignoring it.
Yeah. All right. Garbage at the race game like you do. And ninjembro is off to another location. More than likely South Shore situation at this point.
Seems about right. Plenty of bombs to check out things down here.
I
Boots
might
have incentivized a lot of people to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave early, especially when the rupees are in hand. But that is something that for now we're going to have to wait on. A 300 pack would be helpful, along with, a red or two. Just
I
to
would have
cap
been
it.
tempted here to go Mini Moldorm Cave into Dam, into Agina, and Desert.
Right with the book, we've got an opportunity there. The boots in hand, we can get the torch.
I mean, we don't have a
Glove
fire
gets you in the back, but yeah, without the fire
Fire
you're
source.
maybe a little stuck. Still, it's not a play that's gone unseen this weekend.
Especially if, for some reason, the one of the fire sources is in Mini Moldorm Cave. Certainly not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Maybe it's 50 rupees, but he's going to pass it up for now. 2 out of the way when it could be a 300 or I suppose. Now we're seeing Skele bring it back after all the info checks and get to the dam himself. We'll see if he goes west after this.
All right, welcome to Mini Moldorm Cave, home of 20 rupees, the half magic substitute, piece of heart.
Hey,
There's
one
that
of those
3
300s.
hundo.
So there it is. That red was hanging around after the little bit of Moldorm battle, and he's got Zora money now if he wants.
Yep, I mean, you've got Moon Pearl, you've got...
Skele playing basically much more conservatively at this point. Grabs that 50, and he'll be well over his pace now for Zora.
yeah. I mean, you do want to make sure that you have more than just 500 rupees.
Oh, sure.
Especially if
that
pod
dark-
happens.
Yep, exactly. We want to get to that 610 mark. And probably even just in case the Ropas get a little hungry. A couple extra rupees is nice. Cool little bonk from Skele there. Save him a walk down.
Never seen anybody
We
go
like
for
going
that.
fast. Here's a water walk. Check it out.
Alrighty.
Yeah, a lot of reasons to see why this mode became pretty popular. I mean, I think just having the boots is cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, up and under the bridge now.
Hey,
all
there
right.
we go. We got a bow.
Yeah,
I mean,
could be early Eastern.
there's a pun there to make with the old name for that guy, but we're not going to do that one. All right.
So, with the money though, heading north, we already put in all the work to get in the water here. And I don't know if I've seen Ninjembro's pause menu. But if we get a piece of heart here, it'd just be a minor setback given he has the pearl.
Yeah. nothing there. We are going to get to see what the Waterfall Fairy has. It's 3 blue potions.
Hey, nice.
Beautiful. That is what you want to see.
Get your magic and your life back, especially in this forced regular magic situation. Red root on the ledge, so that'll be sitting in the whole game.
All right, and Zora is a go. What do we have?
Oh no, we'll get a red rupee after all. A couple of times he's just had a copy of an item, just letting you know what you're about to receive there on the ledge.
Fair enough. I mean, look, he knows what he's about.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so Ninjembro is now headed south once again. He's going to go ahead and go into the Dark World. This is going to be a height cave check. Now, I'm not going to lie. If I'm Ninjembro...
Here's a map check. Pendant's Pod and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, 5 and 6 were Mire and Ice.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just in reverse order.
How about it?
Between the two of us, we focused on the right things.
Yeah, how about it? And I'm sure our tracker was sharp, too. There's like a Robert Frost joke in there somewhere. Oh, we got a can of Samaria and some flippers. Golly.
Well, that sure is a hype cave that's, you know, doing its best V18 impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm Ninjembro right here, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to the archery game. So I can make a little money, do the digging game maybe, and then have money for pod here in a second.
Could be the move. Looks like he at least wants to stop at Stumpy, but
you want
of
to go
course.
to Stumpman, yeah.
And he's getting a little help in his cause. Skele is taking his kid to Eastern, where on the way he finds the Titan's Mitt. This will not go unchecked for long, but you have called the play from the Ninjembro here. We're playing the archery game, which is, I know a few people who just really love the guy who operates this thing. Look at him. One of the more unique characters in the game. Grabs 64 and he's good to go. Yep. As long as you're in the neighborhood, like you said, got to do that digging game. He's likely to end up with, he could get as much as probably twice as many rupees as this by the end of it, depending on how many digs he decides to take.
So you get a grand total of 124 from that.
Gotcha.
He's not going to pod yet, though.
Gotcha.
So he's got 77 rupees. That's not quite enough to go into pod, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a run over to Eastern now. Yeah, with that bow available and all that mess.
Yeah, and if he's really feeling strongly about the rupees, there's a room in the back here he can take a detour into, but we're likely to end up finding as many to cover the cost of pod.
Well, okay. I was worried he was about to try to go into pod without enough money.
Yeah, interesting here too. Not that the mitts affect the Eastern route at all, but just that he's going here before Saha.
I guess I would assume it's technically faster. Overall.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You go through the dungeon, you get kicked out, you just jump down a few ledges and get to the entrance there. That arrow strat from Skele there. Never even considered it.
Yeah, it's I've seen it quite a lot this weekend this week to be honest. Did you see what was in right side chest?
10 arrows.
10 arrows. Okay, so we're up to 2 items. So 5. What was that? Sorry, I blinked.
Compass.
All right, so we got one more item live. Thank you.
Yep. Eyes are now focused on the screen for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've been trying to write down a little bit of stuff, keep track, so let you know that there's one more item in play here. We may find it in this. Or no, we got to find our big key yet. Or no, we had it early. Goodness, it's late.
All right, Ninjembro in here.
Could be the 2.
All right, big key acquired. But yes, both runners, or at least Skele is going for the 50-50 shot here at the big key chest.
Of hearts after the D-boost.
And
Map is
it's
here. Will Ninjembro cut on the
oh,
left side. He's going to go up. Yeah, if you were going
nicely
right,
played.
you'd start right. So this is going to represent a bit of time saver to Ninjembro in this dungeon. His risk is going to pay out.
yeah,
Again,
this is just
Skele
pure
playing
time
extremely
saving.
conservative here. No, I shouldn't say so extremely, but in comparison, especially with Ninjembro so far, this may be the defining characteristic of the race.
Now, the thing is, conservative versus risky
Yeah.
is not a. I mean, those are two things that are orthogonal to winning the race, right? You cannot guarantee that one is going to do better than the other.
Yep. All
And
depends
it
on how the
can
scene
be,
plays out.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of the rupees, if you want some, we're going to see him grab that, get some arrows, and plenty of cash now for a potential pod play. Gets bullied by one of the Armos. He heard that Link's Awakening music and decided he had to be a little extra tough.
Yep. There's the last item, just a piece of heart, and that is a crystal.
Yep. One for Ninjembro, just under 20 minutes into the seed. Looks like Skele does have the quick kill set up. Just needs to keep shooting.
Well done.
There you go, Tex.
Alrighty, Ninjembro. Heading over to get those mitts.
Yep, you're going to find those in the back of Saha.
And still no fire source, so we can't clear desert. But
Right. May find ourselves there anyway. We'll see. Also, got plenty of Dark World access at this point, too. I feel like at this point the play has to be elsewhere. And Skele with the mitts is likely to play all the way up into the village.
I actually very much doubt pod is going to happen for a while because I just noticed it's dependent. I know we talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm just a dumb who can't register things.
Still, with the 5 items in there, too, it's not as if it's so unlikely.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to do yet. We'll say eventually we're probably going to pod.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
It's just one of them things.
Skele picking up the wonderful contents of Hype Cave there with the flippers and the Cane of Samaria, while Ninjembro is headed into the Village of Outcasts. That is one of our full hearts. It was not the Saint card.
Takes a big long map check.
And another piece of heart, which will fill him up there in the brewery. We're moving right along.
So Ninjembro giving us a couple of new checks for now. Skele following through some places we've already been. We'll see them converge right around the Smiths. So Ninjembro's going to opt for the hammer pegs first before he makes the screen transition down. Figure without mirror, you're going to do this, head down, save quit, do what you want with the Smith.
100 rupees sitting there in the peg cave, so while it's not a necessary item, it is unique.
Yep. Oh, it slips his grip there on the Trident at Thieves Town, but we're in there now.
All right, welcome to Thieves Town. Everybody's favorite basic Dark World dungeon. It's extremely basic.
Yep, very geometric, very cut out for these boots. Feels good to be able to sprint down all the walkways and not really worry too much about enemies in the front half of this dungeon. Things get a little more crowded as we progress. And we've seen even very seasoned runners under certain equipment conditions that have still taking deaths here. Not to be trifled with, especially in the upper stairs with the buzz, the little green guys. So We got 2 items in the front, and a crystal here with the hammer, so we're going in anyway.
Yeah. This is going to be a clear dungeon. You know, the only annoying part about this is having just the fighter sword, which does make the blind fight slightly different. It doesn't change the number of hits. It just makes it a little harder to hit actual blind.
Yeah. Just a wee bit shorter. Okay, runners converging here.
Oh, got the right pixel there, but Patrick was having none of it.
Yeah. They're another enemy in particular in this dungeon that causes a lot of problems because their movement's RNG and their hitbox is just so odd. Something about the way they move makes it a little harder to read.
Skele overshooting the pixel by like 3 frames there. Basically, you can tell by how many quarter tiles it is over. Why do I know this? I don't know.
For now, the big thing is getting through all these enemies safely. I guess we are on blue mail. Or no, we're not.
No.
I'm mixing my scenes together, forgive me.
The other race got blue mail very easily.
They did,
very
yes. I was just over there before this one. So, but yeah, on green mail, you're taking 2 hearts off of these guys. So they're a little scarier than their appearance lets on. I forgot how slow this one is with that hookshot. We've been kind of spoiled with a lot of early hookshots, it feels like, this week.
Alright, we did pick up that small key, so we are going to the big chest.
Yeah, let's find out what's inside. Just a bloop. Bloop. In the spirit of our Game Boy soundtrack. Very nice.
Alright, it's blind time, or it's about to be blind time. Ganon is a beacon of despair. Is it like a beacon of despair? Is that what we're going for? Is he like Sauron's tower? All right, there we go. Blind is
pretty
down.
straightforward. Y'all know this is a scripted fight. If you don't know, basically, if you play it right, you can just put in the same bunch of inputs and you'll always win the fight.
And it really does very much look like wizardry if you've never seen it before. It's just these.
Wow, it's perfect. And it's not
dodging
to
all
undercut
these
the fact
fireballs.
that they do executing each time. There's still something you have to do it.
Yeah.
But once you know what to do, you don't have to be so.
Hey, there's our flute.
That was in the Sea House. It's the Covrina. Apostrophe C.
Fair enough. I just now pieced together what you actually said.
Oh,
got it. Got it.
Forgive us the sometimes the noise. Yeah. So in Skull Woods now, and a mirror immediately.
Wow.
That's quite cool.
See, my brain just now in my brain, it decided that I need to make a parody of my Sharona called Ocarina.
There you go.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Hammer Peg's going down for Skele now. He'll find his 100 rupees, and we'll see if he decides, given his current situation, this puts him in great pod shape, so he picks him up.
Yeah. No surprises there. That's the difference between the archery game and not the archery game. So Jimbro did the archery game and therefore had enough money.
Yep. So in a way, time saved for Skele here. He's been playing a couple of other informational plays and making sure he fully clears things.
Speaking of information, just a heart piece on bumper ledge.
Yep.
So we will not be officially needing the cape here. There's still a logical potential for it, but unlikely. Ninjembro is going to go ahead and check Graveyard Ledge, and we'll probably follow that into King's Tomb. Whether he stays in the Dark World or not, I don't know, because you could also continue that into, say, Catfish and East Dark World. But that all depends on what you're doing, and yeah, he's not sticking with the Dark World. No surprises there. That is the sound you're hearing of the Ocarina of Time race finishing.
Yeah.
GG's to them.
Yep, GG's. Plenty of events going on here this week. It's been so much fun to see all the games getting absolutely shredded by all the best of the best in these brackets.
All right.
Yeah, so we had our 2 items out of Swamp, or Skullwoods then. We got our mirror and just a pack of bombs, so won't be seeing that until we have a fire out again.
I will go ahead and refrain from saluting here, but everybody say hi to the Swag Duck.
Yep, getting that flute activation, something we'll see soon from Skele as well. He's now also following through on the North Highway check. Likely to see him go get that flute too, because then we'll have some travel options to get to a couple other places. We got our mints, so we're going up the mountain now because it's the logical access, but we're going to do a sequence break real quick. Go rescue the old man. Yeah, the polite thing to do.
Look, the old man's been sitting in the dark this whole time.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to lose his eyesight. They're going to atrophy. You ought to bring him some carrots or something.
So Skele pops back in the portal. He's going to continue back. Because he's got things he wants to do back in the village, I suppose.
I think he might be going for Smith Chain.
Yeah, we'll see what all goes there. Each of them had done the hammer pegs, because you're not going to do Smith without the mirror, which they just got.
Oh,
here.
And also, of course,
oh yeah, and he can
flute.
activate his flute here, of course. I was thinking he was going to save the quit for it, but he's got boots. So up the mountain we've been.
Ooh.
We've got a sword in Spec
Want
Rock.
one of those.
Yeah.
I'd have been tempted on the big stage like this to just go for the swag hover there.
Oh yeah, well, we've seen it too. It's been great. Love to see that instinct. Just like, well, I don't want to have to go through like 3 screen transitions and stairs and all this bonk opportunity. So I'll take the risk to get that speed out of it.
We are seeing the bomb jump back across, which again
nice.
is a non-trivial jump.
Yeah. Longest one, I think.
Yeah, it's the longest one you can really make outside of like a Moldorm bounce, if you count that.
Yeah. But even that, you're getting a little help.
And I think it's about the same as the... No, it's a little longer than the one in Turtle Rock, I think.
Gotcha.
It looks like it anyway.
Just rupees on ether as we're up the mountain. And we got the green pendant Hera.
Oh, Dead
know.
Rock's not having a good day.
There we go. I was going to say, I don't think he'll pass up the dungeon, just wants to clear those stairs. Meanwhile, yeah, getting the Smith chain here from Skele. And did not see what was on Smith, but our tracker doesn't look especially updated, so I'm going to bet it was nothing. Maybe that red rank.
Yeah, it was nothing. Nothing super relevant.
Only big key here, no hook shot. So, unless it happens to be in the back here, we're going to see a normal climb in this if we see one come up.
Yep.
Yeah, not mirroring, so we're heading up.
Going for the green pendant Hera clear, which is, you know, I respect it. It's 3 items.
Yeah.
Total with the green pendant as well. Skele now going for the purple chest turn in. So yeah, we were both kind of right there. There was the flute and also the smith chain.
Yeah, I figure while you're there, follow through, I guess. He does not have Master Sword yet, having not gone up the mountain.
So he could check the contents of Bombo's tablet, but would not be able to actually acquire it.
Correct.
And it does look like that might be what's happening here, unless he wants to take a dip into Swamp.
I was just about to bring up, swamp play is technically possible. We've seen with the legalization of Specky Clip that folks are a little more reticent to go in there without the hook shot, maybe.
Yeah.
And I guess with this, he's going to head over to it now.
All right, so this is the Sphere 1 check that is most commonly skipped, I would say, among players.
Yeah, it's an easy one to kind of leave off because it's a good save and quit spot, but in a way that makes it much less appealing because you have to move the whole save and quit.
Totally wasn't where my mirror was yesterday. Don't know what you're talking about.
Now, being able to mirror out of the game would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and ninjembro is going to have to be very careful here.
Oof.
Able to...
Skele has joined ninjembro on the mountain.
Yep. For the old man.
And ninjembro is going to pick up 2 hearts here, so if you were worried about the health, you're fine.
Yep.
You're fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Getting rid of some of those mini mold ones, and we're going to open up some more chests. Again, just rupees for days. That's all I can see on the screen here.
Overflow arrows and a little bit of rupees.
For a second there, I thought you said overflow errors. And I was like...
Potentially.
I mean, clearly you can do that in this game.
Yep. But yeah, Skele getting bullied by the cabbage goes in to get the health refill off of the old man. He's going to make his way up now using the stair speed from the bomb here. I love that trick so much. It just looks so goofy.
So, how exactly does that work?
To be honest, I don't know. I think it has something to do with the fact that you are carrying something. And the way your movement is altered from that, overlapping with the speed you normally get on the stairs.
What I meant is, what inputs are being performed there?
Oh, I believe he's actually just walking up, and that there's something weird about.
And he goes back and forth for no reason? What is wrong with this game?
Well, it's got one slot for the animation that's loaded, and it's the carry it's set.
That is not going to make it. Oh, he did make it.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he was a pixel shy.
Oh, no.
He was when he started, and I think that's when he threw it away.
Yeah, nothing big coming out so far, unless I missed something on Ninjembro's side.
Ninjembro back down to a half a heart, just giving us all a heart attack here.
Yep. Getting another bottle, 50 more bucks. He's going to save and quit out after checking the Turtle Rock is Quake.
He did check the first chest in Hookshot Cave, right? He did check the first chest in Hookshot Cave, right? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, now into the mire. We've had the flute, the mitts, and the moon pearl for just a little bit here, but plenty of other checks to be making. So finally we're here, going to get our other medallion information. Looked like a bombos to me.
Did look like a bombos to me.
Yeah, and so that one we're going to need. We've got to get the crystal out of mire. We may not end up needing Quake at all if we can avoid going to Turtle Rock.
No key directly under the mat here, but we still haven't seen Checkerboard Cave, so...
Yep. Still without a fire source, so Desert seems like a weird play, but
I mean,
one could be inclined to think that it's in there.
You could have the lamp in there, you could have the fire rod in there. I would be terribly surprised if there's not something in Palace of Darkness, not gonna lie.
Yeah, now Skele following through on the Hera play.
Both runners going for that. So that's bomb jumps. Yeah, both items there in that same room. So not a problem. Ninjembro sees bombs there on the ledge and just gonna piece right out and head into desert.
Enjoying that sand temple bomb. I think it's a sand temple song.
Well, I know it's from one of the Oracle games.
Gotta be key early, get the small
Something makes me feel like it's the dungeon where all of the mine carts are.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, anyway. Looking for items yet here in Desert, so we'll cut over to the right. We've got the key to that full right side, but if we were, say, to get an item here, I wonder if you wouldn't just mirror out and go to land mode and check for the other item. Now we're here. Stranger just left. So we'll see if it's here. So far, one, just quarter heart, and a map. So we'll come back with fire and get the other item.
All right. Ninjembro leaving the area. Gonna go for the Agita's Cave play, which I was like, wait, didn't you already do that? Nope, other screen.
Yep. Now, Skele running through Paradox, and we know that not too much came off the mountain, really. We got that green pendant. We'll get back over to Sahasrahul at some point. See if that ends up being a worthwhile investment of time.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see that sooner rather than later if they end up going for the pod play.
Yeah, given that we have the flute, it could be in the cards, as you say, sooner than later.
We're gonna see
now,
the
shovel.
Yeah.
Whoop.
We're gonna go digging.
Between the bush and barn.
Right. Yeah, that is a flute to 5.
Yep.
So going for the pendant pod play here, which I certainly do not fault anyone for doing, because it's basically the best option we have at the moment.
Yeah, the play to swamp seems very unpalatable without the hook shot these days. Again, without Specky, or with Specky in play. It might end up being the thing, but again, it's just as likely there's something else important in this dungeon.
All right. Ninjembro entering pod. We're going to get to see what is in this wonderful dungeon here. I mean, 5 items for sure.
Yep.
And more keys than that.
Yep.
This is from the second dungeon of Link's Awakening.
Yes.
I know that one.
Bottle grotto.
I know this because when I was little, I used to go, it goes, doo 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 doo. I would say, Bato Grotto. Well, we got some hookshot cave hovering going on here. Almost, he went for it, gave it a very, very good try.
Yeah, he got about halfway.
Got about halfway, and then was like, no.
Yeah. Some days you get in a groove and those kind of things are just automatic for you.
Alrighty, Ninjembro going down the slightly less hell way.
So see our green pennant turning before he probably gets a flute right back to 5 to dive pod. Unless he's really feeling like the swamp play, which still may pay out. But Saha did not.
Nope.
20 rupees for the time spent.
Green
finishing
pendant
tower.
not doing it for you today. Alright, Skele now headed for the mire area, so gonna be doing the same kind of things that Ninjembro did earlier.
It's So he's basically been doing everything that Ninjembro's been doing, but more thoroughly. If he wants to end up gaining the edge here, he needs one of these follow-throughs to pay out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to end up being that. Either that or he has to deviate. So, like, if he makes a swamp play and that pays out, even if he's very thorough, Ninjembro may be a lot more reticent to go there at all.
One of the ways he could have done that was by actually getting those hovers done and seeing what was in those chests. That could have
Right,
been a big
and that
deal.
would have been even exceptionally thorough given the sequence break involved.
Yeah. But of course, you're definitely not going to find one of your go mode items there, because you're not going to find the hook shot there.
Indeed.
Game doesn't want to make you hurt your hand. I'm not saying you hurt your hand when you're hovering,
But you might. Well, speaking of hook shot.
well, there we are. One hook shot in the, I'm going to say, compass chest?
I think so.
Of
I think map is there
pod?
on the right side. Our big key comes in the dark here in the horseshoe. This room technically out of sequence without one of our fire sources.
But that is a magic powder,
It is.
which you gotta love, and if you don't, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with you. Jimbro tossing the bomb there in the dark maze.
Yep.
Wonderful. Good old-fashioned lag in the dark maze here. Shout-outs to Slow Rom.
Yep. Trying to give, take advantage of the fact and avoid the fire. We'll see just what else we find here. 300 rupees.
Right?
The pod had nothing else, but it did. You did at least get your rupees back.
And one cape, which we did see was not technically required, although it is one of the things that could give you logical access to Spike Cave.
It's true. Given the two bottle situation, is that
Which, I mean,
that's sufficient?
honestly, that might be what Ninjembro is doing.
could be.
Well, no.
Oh, you know what? Hookshot. There's
yeah.
like a cave about that.
There's
isn't
a, yeah, there. Did you know that there's a cave called Hookshot Cave?
I have to. I met somebody in geology this weekend. And, I'll have to check with him after the race. Yeah, gonna leverage this hook shot here and some quick swap action. Get through the super bunny just a little faster this time around.
Going through the, you can use the hookshot trick on that second set of blocks, but it's a little more finicky. Like, you can't be right up in the center of the block. You got to be a little bit to the left so you can actually hit the block on the left. And when you've got the mirror and quick swap, why would you bother?
Indeed.
All right, we'll get to see what's in these hookshot locked chests here. We have 20 rupees, 10 arrows, and
One Quake medallion.
I mean, you remember what we were saying about keys under mats here.
Yup.
You
Because these
could
two do not
theoretically
want to go to,
just,
TR.
I mean, you could just pop over there, go inside, and see if the fire rod is there or something. Yeah. Because
There's some chance, or even the lamp if it's early enough.
yeah.
Yeah, so Ninjembro heading to the Dark World now. And south, so this may indeed be play in the swamp.
Okay, Swamp Palace without the hook, or with the hook shot. Yes.
Oh yeah, we have it.
We have the hook shot.
Yeah, so now
I was
it's
going to say, without the hook
quite
shot,
the
no.
reasonable play.
We have the hook shot.
Yeah.
We should probably be doing Swamp.
Yes.
That is the rule. Sort of. The rule is finish Swamp because it's a crystal. And people can have their opinions about whether we're going to left side or not.
left side has the required progression. They'll go there whether they like it or not. But
True.
we'll find out.
Just depends on like how long. This is the third dungeon.
We got one item now. Swamp that heart. And I want to say we found 4 items out of the 5 in pod. That one
No,
was on
5th.
help. Yeah. Unless I had missed something, but it seemed the key count played out. The usual front-wise heavy.
Alright, Jimbro doing the Specky clip very, very easily. If you want to do the Specky clip yourself, it is not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, it's got a pretty surefire setup there, and saves you some time moving back and forth with the water and whatnot.
And there was really no weird trickery to what was being done there. You basically do exactly what you saw in Jimbro do. The only thing is you want to make sure not to move after the bomb hits you. But then you just hit the hook shot, go forward, you're done.
Yep. The other thing is you have to be brave enough to not stutter backing into the bomb, which I know if you're used to playing casually, you're like worried about taking damage, but sometimes you can make the magic happen.
That's why you. That's why I delay going backwards at all, and then you get there a little later. All right, that is a mushroom in the waterfall chest. So another sort of fetch quest, delayed gratification situation. Skele picking up that cape.
Whoop, and a little kiss from the water tech type.
Like you do.
Hey, if you're not super fast in that room, it's more or less unavoidable.
Yeah.
We got our master shoulder piece right here. He's gonna go with 2 at a time and spinning. Puffs cooperate.
So, you know what the water tektites and Argus have in common?
Apart from living in Swamp Palace.
It's their movement pattern.
Oh, is that right?
They have 3 different amounts they can move, within small, medium, and large. And so sometimes you can't even get past the water tektite in time there
Because he made just RNG to
Yeah.
way forward. Interesting. And made the sound of our other past rando race.
Yep. We're not going to spoil you or anything. That's happening over there on the Speedgaming 1.
Yeah.
And I imagine fairly soon, once the interviews and things are over, that audience will probably be moving over to this one.
I hope so. Be glad to have them. Alright, so Ninjembro over to almost now. Skele is also going to play a long shot into Swamp. Jimbro expressing some frustration, wondering, where is the fire? We're looking for that ruby rod, Corbin Dallas. We ain't got no fire.
Wow, that is a reference that just occurred.
Yeah. Here's a Bombos medallion. This gives us a Meyer and Ice. Again with the Robert Frost business.
Well, if it gets you into 2 things, is it a multi-pass?
It just might be.
Okay.
So that's on mushroom turn in there, that Bombos medallion. And right away, we're heading in. A great spot for it, because, I mean, you immediately think of, a couple of dungeons where your magic is super important. You got some possibly empty bottles given the mode, and you're in the shop, so boom, we're in.
It's not like you've got a shortage of cash at this point.
Yeah, the seed finally opened up right after about when we needed it.
Alright, so Skele in the Swamp Palace. Probably going to skip things, but we'll see. Skele is going left side swamp.
It fits in with the pattern here. We saw that
being
Ninjembro was not concerned
super
with
thorough here.
the item count here.
We should call him Henry David.
Because he's thorough.
Yep. I'm too proud of that one. Moving on.
It was good.
All right, one big key in the
here on
vanilla
icebreaker
location.
side, yeah. So we'll see if this ends up paying out big for Skele. Like, again, he's been so thorough with everything. And it's, a way to make sure you always find something, and just will he find it fast enough? It still feels, at least to me, a little bit like he's playing from behind.
Yeah. No guarantees here. We're not clairvoyant or anything.
No.
I don't have the built-in cryptographically secure pseudo-random number generator that is used to randomize these seeds. We've got a compass and 10 arrows on the left side. So left side, hot garbage, as is tradition.
Yep, and we'll see. That big key comes from somewhere, and I know Ninjembro did not check the big chest in here. So there's one more opportunity for Skele's therapist to spell some advantage for him here. Now over to this firebar room. Nice, easy lines, but you don't want to get caught in the corners like that. Or at least not any more caught than that, because you will fall in eventually. But yeah, diver down now, such a rudimentary trick as a part of the competitive scene here that it's,
Yeah,
we just kind of let it come and go, but you're going to use the wonderful item that is the King of Samaria to basically just tell the rails to let you in. Because they're not expecting you in there, you're able to bypass the drown check because it's ancillary and stuff from what I understand. Or maybe the
I
stairs
think,
extension.
yeah. I think it's really just the fact that there's not a check there. Because you're coming in at a different point. Maybe I'm wrong.
Actually, checks, Toach, somebody smart in the chat, tell us how that works.
I'm not going to speculate on how the code actually works there, because I haven't done it.
We got this hammer cold stare while we got the Arcus fight going for Skele.
Way too many eyeballs on the screen.
Take advantage
right
of
now.
those blue potions because it's a good idea. Nothing slower than dying. Oh,
I mean,
taking a little bit more of a beating. I wonder, given the weapon of choice at this point, would it have? We do have cape, so we'll say it that way. We do have cape, so if he needs another bailout, but he doesn't, he at least have one more option where he can train his magic here for some invincibility.
All right.
But yeah, we're up to 4 crystals now for Ninjembro, to 3 and a pendant for Skele. So he's not far behind, but he's been much more thorough with each of his
I mean, it was in
clears,
the
and so-
waterfall chest, so if he skipped the waterfall chest, then he either miscounted or yeah.
But now, heading back for more potions after Cold Stare fight. You see a little bit of head shaking there.
I mean,
Wishes he didn't have to take this time.
yeah, there's
But
in this
again,
mode.
nothing slower than dying.
Yeah, in this mode, there's no shame in going to pick up potions whenever you got the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will be seeing Skele going ahead to pick up that Bombos medallion rather shortly.
Just as likely to end up in Ice Palace first before, say, play with Meyer.
Now, it looks like Ninjembro's going to go for the Smith chain that we saw Skele do a while back. So that's going to get Skele a little bit more time here.
Yeah, if he ends up going to Meyer first and finds something interesting, could lead him to taking a quicker path through Ice Palace then as well. Could be very interesting. But the other thing is, like, still don't have a fire source for Desert.
Yeah.
Or for a few spots in Meyer, for that matter.
Yeah. I would not be surprised to see the fire source in Meyer. It's happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the places that's available. There are quite a few chests in Meyer, only 2 items to offer. But if they're in the right places, it wouldn't matter.
Right.
Oh, bat, right, powder. Have we seen Skele do this?
Don't believe so.
I can't remember.
All right, magic.
Gosh, this has
bat.
been available for, well, I guess since the pod dip. Came out of the horseshoe dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be the fire source that's required.
Right.
Hey.
But a sword is nice.
Yeah. Definitely want to have that tempered sword if you can help it.
Yeah.
Because Master Sword is just significantly worse on the Ganon fight.
Yeah.
So in the chat there, talking about the Link's Awakening MSU, 2 things. Number 1, it's more like a combination of several Game Boy games, MSU. But the other comment you made there is a Link's Awakening randomizer out there. It's not really strongly developed, and I think it's for LADX, but I haven't messed with it in a while. But
Yep. I'm gonna get our Meyer plate now. Gonna roast the bird. So we'll see. We do find Skele in Ice Palace. So basically, again, just following in footsteps. And just where is the fire? But yeah, so we're gonna see the opener here. He's gonna head over, or up and then over to the right, open a couple of chests, and if we get the big key here, it'd be incredibly aggressive. But I'm sure he's comfortable enough with the darker rooms. Do we keep foregoing the fire source, even in the face of desert, hoping to get in on Vidi? It just seems like we're running out of places where this thing could possibly be.
I mean, I think we definitely thoroughly want to search Meyer if we can.
And yeah, and there's that big key just taunting you, daring you to go to Vidi right now. We know that if we go there, what we might find is a fire rod. Like, it could be a lamp and a fire rod in here, but we won't find the lamp on Vidi because you need it to get to it.
Right. So we can't get either of the 2 chests to the right here, or to the left behind that locked door.
Right, because that's locked by fire as well. So we know that if it's in here, it's got to be on the right side, which is nice too, because nobody likes going left. It takes too long.
Correct.
So wait a little bit. Pop a key here. See what we can see.
Yeah, it could be in Turtle Rock. There was that.
It's true. We've been disregarding the Quake access we've had, and that cane for quite a while. And you can get relatively deep into Turtle Rock if the items play out right, and then you might not even need to.
Oh, there's a lamp.
Here is a lamp in Misery Mire. Boy, that's nice. That's well, we still need a fire rod. Skullwoods.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do need the fire rod. But yeah, Meyer having the lamp.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that the seed does to you in the ironic sense.
That's our is that our only item so far?
I believe so.
Yeah. So he's going pretty aggressively here. Either that or I can't imagine he misstep on the needing to finish Skull Woods. Meanwhile, Skele's made it to Cold Stare, and you can see again, you know, when you have to rely on Hammer as the heavy damage source here, this fight, it's a bit more of a circus than you might be used to seeing, and that's not to discount his skill here. It's just those puffs get moving, and it can be a little bit tough.
But yeah, well done on Skele there. I mean, the Hammer Cold Stare fight is always nerve-wracking.
Yeah, Hammer has such a variable hitbox.
Alright, ninjembro is headed to Vitreous here. One item left in this dungeon, and to be honest, I don't really fault ninjembro for going for the boss here, because the alternative is going left side, and who wants to do that?
Right, if you're going to sink the time in to go all the way over to the left side from the room he was in, you may as well do marching again.
Alright, so very nice cape strats here.
Yeah, taking advantage of the equipment you have. Get to experience the lightning anyway, so. But we'll see where he goes next. We can finish Desert. Maybe it's back there.
Rip. But definitely, definitely Desert would be the next thing to do. You're literally right here.
Yeah, and you can mirror in. I wonder if he goes to finish Desert and suppose the fire rat's not there, he goes back in the mire. We'll see though. It's
Can we shout out the heads-up play from Skele with the ice rod strats in Mire 2?
Yeah. Hey. Love to see it. Speaking of using the equipment you have available to you, that's just been one of my favorite parts all weekend. So yeah, into the back of Desert now, putting that hook to use. Wow. Key for Skele there. We'll go get his big key. I can't imagine he doesn't end up full clearing this once he gets the land.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see. This may be the switch that Skele's been looking for, where he was more thorough and it pays out. It's this fire rod also ends up being in mire. I know that's a play that probably sounds, or an outcome that sounds probably unpalatable to a lot of people. You hate to see. It's like, how could I have both fire items? Well, it just can sometimes, right?
Well, I mean, fire lock fire, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've been hearing it all weekend.
But, I mean, Desert here is also fire lock fire.
It could be, yeah. So it's really pick your poison.
It's fire lock something. Fire lock crystal. Does that count?
Yeah, either way. The other interesting thing with the mire finish is we do have Pyramid Fairy. That's just another. Well, bombs are kind of fire. Yeah. This Lambo fight getting a little squirrely. That's all right. Again, trying to use the ice rod here. It's a slightly slower muzzle velocity, if you will, as we just get bombs off of Lambos.
Like I said, it's kind of fire.
Kind of fire.
All right, Skele is finishing up the right side, and
Got a
no
fistful of
particular
keys.
surprises.
And he's going to the boss.
Yeah.
Makes me think, I feel like we must have missed an item. He's been playing so thoroughly, but maybe he's finally feeling a little behind the gun. Or under the gun. Man, I'm all mixed up tonight.
Right, and Jimbo going into the Dark World here.
5-6.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the
At least that's my
Pyramid
call.
Fairy. And then I'm not entirely certain that anyone has checked the pyramid itself, to be honest.
Now you mention it. Could have been that whole time.
Skele checked? Alright. Good to know.
Oh, a little bit of bully. Meanwhile, Skele, about to approach his Viddy fight, is down that sword from having never gone to bat.
Yeah.
So this fight will take a little bit longer for him. Might involve some, well no, he's got his cape out and ready, so that's the way he's going to do it.
So when Link goes to bat, what's his average?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Fire
golly.
Rod. sitting there in the Pyramid Fairy. Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's going to do quite a lot for...
So basically,
Ninjembro
I'm
here.
just counting the time difference, and I'm just saying that the entire time difference here is accounted for by the Eastern Palace Big Key chest.
Is that right?
No,
No.
but it's a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, again, we talked about it earlier. It's the thoroughness for Skele, unfortunately, has not paid out. And now with Ninjembro, his Fire Rod, he's about to go get his last crystal, and he's going to make his way up again his tower. He's in go mode. So there's not a lot left that Skele can do. Something has to happen to Ninjembro here.
Oh, and unfortunately,
and you'd hate to
Skele
root for
is
it.
going back into Mire.
Oh, yeah, and only going to cost him. Easy to lament the play when you already know its worth, but in the spirit of his play so far, this is right on brand, as they say. He's been real careful the entire season.
Alright, well, Ninjembro going into Skull Woods here to finish it off. I believe both items were found here, so this is just a trip for the crystal.
Yep. We had, what was it, our mirror was in the front, and I want to say it was a pack of bombs somewhere. The big key chest, maybe. Drop in, outfall the Wallmaster. Got our tempered sword. Should make the fight fairly easy if we can just get him off those spikes. Try a couple of fire rock shots. Dance with the spikes. There we go. Down goes Moth. Meanwhile, Skele down in the back of the desert. That's crystal number 7. So up the mountain we're gonna go.
Oh, wow. Man, I wasn't even paying attention to how many crystals we had.
I know, it feels like it snuck up on us all of a sudden. It was, where's the fire? Where's the fire? Where's the big key?
Where's the fire?
Oh.
Anyway.
Slow down.
Exactly.
But yeah, Skele about to take on Landmo.
We don't slow down. This is speed gaming. What's wrong
Yeah,
with
right.
you?
But with dwindling checks remaining, fully expect that he'll basically go to Pyramid, then he'll go to Skull Woods, and we'll basically just be seeing Skele follow through. I don't know that it's close enough that GT routing is going to end up factoring too much into it without, again, something unfortunate happening on Ninjembro's side that nobody really wants to root for.
And of course, the chat is already putting their suggestions in for the location of the big key. Go right ahead. We're not going to have any predictions here, at least not from the crowd, because that might be seen.
Yep.
And that kind of give away the fact that somebody's in GT.
Yep.
This has been a problem in the past. Moving on.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, some fairly rudimentary stuff going on now here. We see Ninjembro is going to try his best to get up the mountain as fast as he can. Doesn't necessarily know that he's ahead. Maybe he knows Skele's play profile a little bit. Maybe Skele's normally cautious. I'll be honest, I'm not as familiar with his runs. But he knows that he's been pretty aggressive in a couple of spots, and it's paying off, so he wants to make good on it. So we'll see what he does to further that as he goes into Ganon's tower.
Skele is making the right play now.
Yep. Really not too much left to do unless you want to go to Helma, and I'm still not convinced that we found 4 items in pot. I think I missed one. Skele with having pen knowledge was the pen.
Hey, and there is the big key in chest number 2.
Well, there you go. He's going to go,
Yeah, left to pick up a small key.
yeah, he might even be on the torch.
Yep.
See if he goes for the other known position, too, to save the, nope, you're in right. And he'll take on one mini Helma later, unless he gets real lucky with the chest, I guess.
I think it's theoretically possible, or I think it's theoretically faster to kill the Helmasaur because there's no screen transition involved in that.
That's true. But there is a Helmasaur. But, you know.
Yeah. So theoretically, in the sense that if you get the mini Helmasaur correctly and it doesn't troll you with its RNG, then yeah. It's like the fact that going up through Paradox Cave is technically faster, but the dead rocks will get in your way.
Right, if you get optimal RNG, you've got a shorter path to travel, therefore faster. But there are dead rocks involved. Another thing that occurs to me, and I don't know how much of an impact we really end up having, except maybe through the gauntlet it's increased a bit, but if there was some place left for Skele to look and be more thorough, and the silver arrows happen to be there, if it wasn't too far out of the way, it could at least bring this race a little bit closer. But as it stands now, ninjembro just wants to do his best to keep things steady on this climb. Taking advantage of the spikes there, but the Beamer's just taking advantage of our own fire rate.
Zazak just on a mission to get to the right side of that screen. Very nice arrow shot to get rid of the Sulfos there, but
yeah.
Shoutouts to Slow Rom with the lag appearing again.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, just a little dodge there. And not quite the 0 second.
Alright. Jimbo finishing off land mode 2. Gonna switch over to the Cane of Samaria for both swag and speed purposes. It's like the Swede strat? No, the speed and swag strat. I mean, you could have Swedes that have speed and swag.
It's true.
I know Walther.
I was going to say, unfortunately couldn't join us here this year. We miss you, buddy. Nice little hammer moth from Skele there, able to keep the fight going too long.
Jimbo will probably want to go ahead and refill here, yeah. I don't even think he might have had enough to do all lamps, but I'm not even sure he had enough for that.
Yeah.
Alright. Kill the helmet, get the key, don't forget it, or you can't proceed. Sorry. That's what goes through my head when I do that, because otherwise, I will forget.
Whatever works, man. Like, if they're letting you auto track, I think you're allowed to sing. Yeah, over our Moldorm 2 fight as Skele is climbing the mountain. He's gonna wait for all those explosions to finish. Yeah, there it goes. Everybody learning the timing. Gotta go fast. Almost to our Aga 2 fight. Here's Skele sprinting through Super Bunny Cave. Alright, gets 2 of the 3. 2, 3.
Nice.
I think. Right? It's gotta be like real close for it.
That was definitely 3.
Yeah.
We pulled off a Deku Tree basement here.
Yeah.
2, 3, 1.
How'd you know the secret? We're going through Hookshot Cave now, and we know that this did not give anything else of import to ninjembro, but it's on the way and might have silver.
No, it had a quake in it.
Oh, sure, but it ended up not being needed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't actually have to go into Turtle Rock. Yeah, I forgot.
It's all good. 'Cause, I mean, it could have been important. Heck, he might even say, "Did you find my silvers in Turtle Rock?"
Gross.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Okay, so we're Ganon's tower opening while we've got the Ganon folk just beginning. That gives you an idea about the distance between the superheroes. He takes a little bit of fire damage there. Gonna want to be careful. He does have the potions. He does have the cave. We'll see just how he decides to manage it with the lamp here. We're going to be able to take care of the Silverless fight a little more confidently. I mean, not that the skill is the question, but still, running out of magic kind of ends the fight.
Sure does. It's especially bad if you're here with Master Sword Soakiness.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing that ends up sticking out, even if there was somebody to do Sword and Ganon at the same time. We'll see that number of spins. Oh, they were in the tower somewhere, but with the early key, just not really going to be found. Even with Skele going left, they weren't really enough. I guess it came up in the plane race too, didn't it? Ended up with the silvers left side with a very early big key like this. Some folks went right side first and never got the silvers.
And Jimbo accidentally freezing Ganon in place there.
Yeah, the timing here of the essence, you're going to hit just before he warps away, or else it won't count as damage. It'll just count as a pause.
And speaking of just before he warps away, that's also kind of when you want to light the torch.
Right, give yourself a good maximum amount of time.
So you get the 3 hits in between.
Yeah, and nice to see runners picking up this tech too, like and making sure they're precise, because heck, this is the thing you have to do in just about every one of these seeds, at the very least for every one of the seeds in this tornado.
There you go.
So you want to make sure you got it under control. Get your GGs in the chat there. Ninjembro has defeated Ganon and will win this race, advancing onto the semis. The 119.43
GG.
Skele gonna take the pause here. Oh, I missed the comment, but apparently we've got some very candid reactions. Yeah. But you can see the pressure on each of the runners' faces.
At least, yeah.
A fun race and a great contrast. We'll have them join us soon, and we can talk through just how it went.
Yep. Welcome everybody back to the
Middle,
the booth here of sorts. This is the middle of the film.
Yeah.
Now, here's the end of the film. Now here's the meaning of life.
Yep. Yeah. Grab the mic. 119.43, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're joined now by Ninjembro and Skelebro. We'll go to our victor first. GG's. Any thoughts coming out of it?
Yo, GG's.
Yeah.
GG's.
I'm assuming this is working.
Yeah. Yeah, it switches up. I see the light, I think.
All right.
Or no. Flip that up. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, now he's live.
Yeah, first of all, GG, Skele. How about that 2 seeds in a row with fireless,
Yeah.
like entering Meyer fireless, like
Yeah.
first this morning and now tonight? Like, I guess the rule tomorrow is just go to
Well,
go to Meyer
might
without a
change
fire
tomorrow,
source.
But
I mean, that was the big thing in this seed. I felt like I was just like, well, I don't have too much left to do, and I'm just gonna go in there and see what I find, like hoping for the fire, right? And I get the lamp, and I'm like, of course,
It works.
makes sense. Not the fire source I was looking for, but decided to just chase it, and that was the key.
any similar feeling or contrasting feeling with that?
Yeah, I mean, when I went to Meyer, I didn't have too much left. I thought maybe I was being too conservative the whole race, but
Yeah, we were
that was
calling you
definitely the
Henry David
contrast.
over here.
Was you were leaving items, places, just trying to move on. Turned out to be the correct play in this particular case, if we could phrase it that way. But basically,
Skele was being very thorough.
yeah, and I mean playing it all well too. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and so really seeing a demonstration of 2 different styles to the seed, playing out a certain way. So I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch.
And I mean, you're in the gauntlet on the way up. Not a huge amount of time difference. You'd have been done in about 4 minutes or so.
yeah.
So, although you did miss the one extra check that Ninjembro did that got him the tempered sword, which was a magic bat.
Nice.
Yeah, and all matter of how to route the purple chest and whatnot. So
Yeah.
one of those ones you could. But
Yeah.
any other thoughts on the seed? Where was that item or anything like that? I think it was pretty much a pretty filled inventory by the end. But
Yeah.
Yeah, my main thing, like, not even where was that item, or well, obviously silvers were just somewhere in GT, but was never going to find those. But I love how I just, like, when I found the hook shot, I just didn't even realize at first, like, oh, I can go to Swamp Palace. So, like, I do another mountain climb for Hook Shot Cave, and, like, halfway up there, I'm just like, well, I could be in Swamp right now, but I'm already halfway up the mountain. I'm going to finish this, but probably just not do Spike Cave. Like, I can get back to that real quick with, like, a save and quit the mountain. So, that was the only, like, glaring mistake.
Were you all tempted to go check the very front of Turtle Rock when you got that Quake medallion?
Yes. In fact, I think you saw, like, because was that in Hookshot Cave?
Yep.
Yeah, so, like, I fell in the hole and, like, started to walk out, and I'm just like, no. I could do that, or I could be in Swamp Palace.
I didn't even look at what Turtle Rock needed.
Yeah.
That was half an accident, but then after I forgot, I realized I didn't care.
You're like,
Exactly.
I do not want to go. Don't make me go.
Fair enough.
Well,
So I got a real good question for you. How do you guys feel about bed?
That sounds great.
Oh, yeah. Like, I thought you meant something, like, related to the seed. And I'm like,
No,
bed,
no, I mean,
bed.
like,
Not
actually
bed.
going to bed. 'Cause
I
it is
mean,
quite late.
Like, Skele said right to race, he's like, I'm so tired. And I'm like, I'm just wired because, like, I did not want to risk getting, like, too tired during the race. So I've just been, like, counting an energy drink in the middle of the race. So, like, I'm probably up for another hour or two until I start to go to bed.
I mean, the comments for this race did say it was brought to you by Red Bull because was that you who put the comment in, or
No, I was just being a joke because we were like, oh yeah, let's do a 10:30 race after we go have, like, all you can eat, Brazilian steak, like.
yeah.
Which was delicious, by
I
the way.
forgot to bring it up. We've got the Weighty Words Memorial match with the meat strats. So yeah, there that is. But so you're gonna advance the semis. How you feeling?
Well, we joked with each other on the way up the stairs. It's like, well, whoever wins this kind of loses because we have to go. I have to go up against Ari now, so that's going to be a very scary matchup. Like, it's definitely winnable. Like, some of us were talking, like, the top 16 of this tournament, the top 16 players that made the bracket, like, it's so insanely stacked. Like, realistically, any one of the 16 could win it. Every once in a while, you see a tournament, you get to, like, the top 32 or the top 64, and it's like, yeah, not every single one of those people is likely to be able to win this tournament, like, just by nature of it. Yeah. But, like, this top 16, it was like,
absolutely,
any single one of the names had a shot at making a deep run. So,
absolutely,
especially with the single limb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with single
limb.
Yeah, very
really anyone
given
can win.
Sunday
single
kind of
M,
just
best
like,
of one.
Yep. Yeah, if only it was just more time in the week, really, because it's been so much fun to see all this high-level competitions, be among friends again, and just been a great time. So, sorry to see you run in here. It's been awesome. Hopefully, you'll enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to not having obligations tomorrow.
all right,
Ninjembro, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Linkforce for tracking. Any final thoughts, Doc?
I mean, I had a great time. I'm sure everybody else had a great time. Tomorrow.
How about you guys?
Hey,
Had fun?
come on.
They're awake back there, we swear.
All right, so tomorrow we've got the semifinals and the finals for this. That's going to be 3 more games. And it's going to be pretty solid. Solid entertainment,
A lot of fun.
I'm sure.
We've even had some finals going on already with a couple of other events, but plenty more to come here on Speedgaming at SGL 2023. I've been at Publiticus. This has been Dr. Bob with Skele and Ninjembro. Thank you guys for an awesome run. And good night.
See you later.